Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening, should I say. Welcome to the Voices of the Game podcast. This is out of season. This is the team of the season created by yours truly. My name is Reese. If you guys don't know, I am the Van Dyke of the SFL. And I have the pleasure of creating the team of the season. Before we do that, let's kind of do a little bit of housekeeping. Please subscribe and click the follow button. And if there's any kind of comments and whatnot, please feel free to put them in. Literally just kind of put them in the comments and literally let's them see exactly what we can do. All right, let's go. Before we start, we are going to talk about the league. So right now, I don't know if this is the confirmed teams in the Prem, but right now we have Greenwich Borough, we have Catford, Kawuya, Hollington, Independent, Leonie Stars, LSU, Metrogas, and Sporting Santos. So as you can see, there's no Dynamo. Dynamo, I believe, have gone to open age football. Again, we don't know. We'll have to see exactly what Dynamo want to do, but yeah, that is literally what I have heard. Let me go and get the championship, and let me get the championship. Okay, so this is the championship. Kamazi, Barnshurst, Bromanians, Krogas, Kudum, New Park, Seagas, and War Boys. And that is confirmation of the championship. And again, it's going to be really, really, really interesting in terms of how like teams are going to compete in like both leagues. Like the Prem, again, we as Catford, we like know exactly what we need to do. Recruitment has gone okay, but of course, we are all looking to like still strengthen as much as we possibly can. So again, please double tap and also share this live to as many people. Unfortunately, Sub was literally going to be on, but he's had to kind of go and actually deal with something. So hopefully he will like still be on. He also has a team, which is going to be real interesting. He's like starting 11 or like his team of the season. Okay, let me go and make sure everything is okay. All right, let's go here. Started. Join in. All right, let's go. So I am just gonna name my starting 11. And my starting 11 goes like this. In goal for me is Mel from Independent. Which Mel's made a transfer, and yeah, we'll probably talk about that later. But of course, I'm talking about last season. So Mel from Independent, for me, he is the best goalkeeper in the kind of Premier League. Ever present, and again a great shot stopper, really good handling, and also a good kick. And when I've played with Mel, when I was Independent, playing with Mel, in like big games, he would turn up in all of the big games. I mean, our like 2 like cup finals that we won, I would say that he was man of the match. But again, he's like vocal, agile, and this is literally what you need from a goalkeeper. And again, he's a kind of goalkeeper that's kind of playing in goal. He's a goalkeeper, so literally he's like not a player that's gone in goal. He's a certified goalkeeper. And again, getting a goalkeeper at Vets level is so hard. And he has been a great servant for like Vets football, for the Southern Vets Football League, and yeah, for me, he kind of gets into my starting 11. Oh, something I didn't even clarify. The formation, it's a 4-3-3 or like a 4-2-1-3, however you want to, I'd say, look at it. But yeah, it's a kind of 4-3-3. And yeah, we'll just kind of run with it. So Mel would be my goalkeeper. I am not going to do subs because like hopefully sub will actually be on the show, and literally he will get his starting 11. All right, so let me go to my back four. Let me make sure that it's mine because of course I've put subs in. I think this is mine. Okay. So this is my back four. Let me start from left to right. So I've put Prez there from Independent. Again, quality left back, quick, strong, doesn't really get like beat at all. And I think defensively, I've like always said that Independent have, you know, had the strongest defense last season. And again, Perez was a kind of vital piece to that team. So literally that's the reason why I've put Perez at left back. The two centre backs, Tony from Catford Wanderers, captain, ever present, solid, great communicator. It's just so hard to get round. And you know, when you're kind of looking at someone who's always available, who literally leads a team, you know, he's a leader of men, and literally that's kind of what you want in like Vets football, because we're all of a certain age where we've played at whatever level, and you know, every single team needs someone to actually lead them, and that's what Tony does really well. Great, you know, great in the air, comes in with his fair like share of like goals as well. But yeah, for me, Tony captain as well in the kind of team of the year for me. Next to Tony, I've put Nelson Hollington. Nelson has the potential, or has the ability to literally become an absolute monster at centre back. When I met Nelson, he was at Independent. It was kind of more of a free roaming midfielder, and you could already see the quality. And we played Hollington last season, and he was at the back, and he was just immense, absolutely immense. Rolls Royce of defender, you know, very comfortable on the ball, strong, again, good in the air, and again, something that people don't notice, which I do as a kind of defender myself. He's like, you know, positioning his where he starts. Again, like, it's a very, you know, he's a very intelligent player. So, you know, he doesn't have to use or get into any foot race. You know, he's kind of already 2 like steps ahead of most attackers. And literally, I think those two, you know, I think Tony and Nelson complement each other so well. So yeah, so I've gone with Nelson beside Tony, and beside Nelson, I've put Nathan of Independent. And people might say, well, you're just trying to shoot Nathan in because like sometimes like he plays centre back, but again, like this guy has again like just a dream of a defender, man. He's got everything. He's got everything. He's got everything. And actually, when Nathan is on song, then that's when Independent are on song. Again, that's exactly what I keep saying. Last season, defensively, you know, they were literally like the best team. And again, Nathaniel was a heartbeat of that team. And I think at right back, he's honestly he's kind of got the engine. He's got the know-how. He also has the ability to actually again go like into midfield if he kind of needs to. And again, Nelson also as well. So those two players, I won't say they're interchangeable, but like if someone steps into the middle of the pack, one of them can, you know, Nathaniel can just, you know, slot beside Tony, and the kind of defense is just solid. So yeah, I've like kind of gone for like a back five of of Mel in goal, for me, like the best keeper in the Southern Vets Football League. Nathaniel, right back. Nelson and Tony, centre backs. And Perez at left back. Please feel free to put in the comments what you feel the best back four or back five is, and let me know if you agree or disagree. All right, so let me go into the center of the park. I've got to make sure that this is mine as well. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, I think this is mine. Let's go. Yep. Okay, so literally, I have gone for a CDM, like a deep line midfielder. I've gone for a box to box as a CM, and literally more of the attacking threat. So I've gone with Yinks as the CDM. Yeah, and when Yinks is on song and when he plays, Catford plays. And again, great vision, strong in the tackle. He doesn't mix up his words as well on the pitch. When he's annoyed with like someone, you will definitely hear. But again, he's great vision, and again, he literally conducts a lot of our play. And he's again he'd kind of honestly he's like a bank, you like give him money and then they can give you like a little bit of money back. There's always an exchange, like he never holds on to the ball unnecessarily. It's always looking forward as well. Yeah, honestly, like he's kind of got the vision, man. And again, defensively, quality as well. Like he will literally cover anyone in the kind of back four. So yeah, great awareness. As the CM, as the kind of, I'd say the like number 8, I've kind of gone for Norts or Hollington. I mean, what a player! A wonder of a left foot, an amazing engine. Again, like he, like you don't have to be like the loudest on the pitch to have one of the biggest impacts for your team. And I think that's what Norts did for Hollington last season. Again, like he kind of drifts into amazing spaces where it's very hard to pick up. Arrives in the box late. Again, he's like not afraid of the hard work as well and the kind of hard yards as well. So again, I think Knots and Yinks really complement each other. And as the attacking threat, I was really thinking about this. I have to, I'm going to put out I'd say a respectful mention to Rashid from Leone Stars. I was like thinking of him, but I have to put Lodge in there. And I know he's probably played the majority of the season out on the right, but he's still, for me, such an attacking threat in the middle. And he has the ability of literally drawing you so close and then spinning and going. And I think in the attacking third, especially if you can find those little like pockets of space, he's like not a player that's going to hold on to the ball too long. He's going to literally let it go. And again, deceptively quick, again, he's like, speed of 4 is really good. And yeah, I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I think those 3 would be, absolutely quality in there. So I've got Yinks, number 6, Knots, number 8, and I've got Dean Lodge as the number 10. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this team so far. And again, hopefully, fingers crossed, sub will be coming into the live later. Okay, let's go with Big shout out to Bath Time. Yes, I am enjoying the summer. Big shout out to Bath Time. Bath Time is a Manchester United fan. He like breaks down games in a way that I've not seen, and hopefully I can kind of literally get Bath Time on to literally break down a few games for like Catford as well. So big shout out to Bath Time. Hope you are well. Yes, yeah. Again, I am enjoying the 30 degrees weather, and hope and she long may it continue. All right, let's go to the strikers. Okay, let me make sure. So, so this is mine, hopefully. So this is my front three. So I've gone with Steph on the right, Answer on the left, and I've gone with Andre down the middle. So let me start with Steph. Steph, I mean, again, if you've played with him, you know exactly what he gives you. If you played against him, you don't want to play against him. You know, again, pace, dribbling ability, work rate. He like has the ability of actually ripping a lot of people a new one, game after game after game after game after game after game after game. And again, it's like it's no coincidence where we're kind of literally Catford finished because of him, because of the hard yards, because of the I'd say even the adaptability that Steph brought to the team. And actually down the right, I mean, he was just devastating in like some games. So yeah, I had to give it to like Steph down the right. Down the left, again, I know people may actually, you know what? People will not question. People cannot question. Answer, ever present. He literally cleaned up in our award ceremony, cleaned up everything. Golden Boot, most assists, player's player, manager's player, which of course a lot of people are like, but like he cleaned up. Like he kind of won everything. Big shout out to Drifty before I continue. Big shout out to Drifty TV. So if you know Drifty, he's the founder of Kloppish, a really, really good like friend of mine. I've known him for over two decades now. So please go and check out Drifty TV. Go and check out Kloppish. I'm doing a lot more work with him and the team. Again, huge Liverpool fan, and again, wish him all, wish him all of the success. And I know that is going to be happening. So big shout out to Drifty and everyone at Kloppish. So yeah, Answer for me down the left, and again, adaptability. Again, like the kind of running power, puts in like many yards, and I think out of all of the awards he won, well, actually, I don't want to speak on like behalf of him, but I think winning player's player, that's the biggest one, because it's that the players respect exactly what Answer does every single game. Does he moan? Yes. Is he a bit of a prima donna? Yes. Do I, do like Answer and I have great chats in the car? Yes. Yeah, he's he is just an amazing human being, and an amazing player, and amazing for like Catford. And I've gone with Andre as the number 9. I know, again, people will say, well, he wasn't around for the latter part of the season, but when he was around, it's hard to stop. A lot of people could have said Brett or possibly Kofi from again from Catford, but I had to give it to Andre. Andre is an absolute nightmare. Running behind, hold up play. When we played Hollington the first time round, he flipped the ball over my head. Andre flipped the ball. I literally, I was I shouldn't have even been close, even in, in his, in his area, but he flicked the ball over my head. So again, like he's just got everything. Again, left foot, right foot. He's an absolute menace. And again, wishing him a speedy recovery. Hopefully everything's kind of gone all right, because we need players like him in the Premier League. Defenders like myself need to be challenging ourselves with like players like that. So again, Andre up front for me. So yeah, Steph, Andre, and Answer. And let me show you guys the team in its entirety. Let's have a look here. Alrighty, so this is it. Hold on. So you've got Mel in goal, Perez at left back, Tony and Nelson centre backs, right back Nathaniel, CDM Yinka with Knots and Lodge ahead of him. On the left, Answer. On the right, Steph, and up top, Steph. And actually, there's like one more. There's like one more position, manager as well. These players need a manager as well. And like the manager that I've chosen is Nana from Catford. From where we were when he took over to where we are now, it's been amazing within a short space of time. And when you kind of get to Vets football, you want to play with people who you know, and also you want to play for a manager that's fair and is transparent. And that's what he is. He has literally brought a team together. He has assembled a team, a squad that is literally in the mirror of him. Hardworking, strong, adaptable, and like also as well, we know how to have a laugh as well. And there's no surprise where we finished this season, and also there's like no surprise that players actually want to either come to Catford or come back to Catford, or who are interested in like Catford because of Nana. I think a lot of managers, not only at Vets level, well, actually, a lot of managers. I think a lot of people, no matter what level you manage at, if it's open age, youth, professional level, I will actually always say, if you are respectful to the players, then the players will play for you. If you're not respectful to the players will leave, and literally they will, and literally it will be a mass exodus. It will be. Not a lot of players, especially, well, I would say 99% of the players that play in Vets football don't necessarily play for the badge or for the club. They play for their friends and for the manager. That's a big statement, but I like, believe that. I think not a lot of players actually know the history about the clubs that they play for, but they know the history about the players and and possibly the manager, because they've actually known them for years. And again, what like Nana's done to this team is extraordinary. From, again, I keep saying, from like people saying that we should be there, that we were going to get relegated. It's a testament in terms of how like Nana has conducted himself and literally what is drilled into like the team. And also as well, it's the fact that we've not had an exodus of players. Our kind of players are still here, and literally we are getting stronger. We are kind of absolutely getting stronger. Big shout out to Summers AFC. Big up. Oh, listen, you know what? Thank you, thank you so much. Big shout out to Summers again. Summers are a kind of beacon of light in Vets football. Like we need a lot more teams like Summers, like Catford, like Hollington, like LSU, like Kamazi, that are not only playing attractive football, that are documenting everything as well. And Summers FC for me again, the best Vets content out there. Like name me another Vets team that are putting out content, quality content like Summers FC. And I'll wait. And I'll wait patiently. So yeah. Nana for me is the manager. And again, let me kind of go to the team so you guys can see. Mel in goal, Prez at left back, Tony and Nelson centre backs with Nathaniel at right back, Yinks, Knots, and Lodge midfield three. Left will be Answer, right is Steph, and up top is Andre. Please let me know if you agree with this team. Are there players who I'm missing out? Are there, is there actually a manager that you think should be mentioned in the same light as Nana? Please let me know. And again, Vets football, it's not walking football. It's competitive. Ex-Premier League players are now getting involved. You are getting like young 35, 36-year-olds now getting involved in like Vets football. The Southern Vets Football League, they have over 6 divisions. One of, I believe, the biggest in London. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The biggest Vets league in London. And it's ever growing. It's ever evolving. It's changing. And with my platform, I will keep documenting and keep getting people on of a kind of certain ilk, of a kind of certain experience, of a certain intelligence to actually not only talk about Vets football, but to kind of talk about things outside of Vets as well. Because as men, some of us only have a Saturday to literally play football. And there's playing football and there is bonding with your teammates. And literally that's what Vets football is. It's about, connecting with that side of you that you've always had since like you was, nay high. And like me as a kind of platform, I am proud to like represent Vets football and to literally get the best people onto the show. Okay, so yeah, hope like everyone is well. Thank you so much for like everyone's comments. Again, big like shout out to Bath Time, Drifty, and also Summers FC. I will be back next week. Next week, I have the entrepreneur and man of many successes, Leon Man, will be on next week. I'm really, really excited about that. And also as well, I have some amazing interviews with the managers in this league. and I would like say to people, there's gonna be like a lot of talk. There's gonna be a lot of controversy. There's literally gonna be a lot of things that people want to say. Okay. Big shout to like Mel Campbell, and literally Mel was my keeper. Let me put Mel. So she Mel was my keeper that I chose. He said Floss from Kuya was a problem on the right this year, and like there's a shout 100%. Floss again, he's again come inside, he can kind of come outside, assists and goals. But the reason why I had to put Answer and Steph, because it's like not necessarily, well, yeah, of course I see them week in, week out, but it's the hard yards, man. It's the hard yards. and going back and forth and literally getting the team up. So yeah, that's the reason why I chose Steph and Answer. But yeah, big shout out to Mel for Floss. And who else needs a mention? I think defensively, you have to look at Jason Pinnock at LSU, absolute leader, absolute colossus there. So literally big shout to Jason. In centre mid, you'll be probably looking at the likes of Ainsley and Rashid as well. Big shout outs to Ainsley and Rashid in there. As the kind of offensive weapons, I am looking at offensive weapons. Probably looking at, again, Brett. I am looking at, who else is there? That's always a problem. Of course, Floss and like Seb as well. Seb. Again, these are kind of quality players that kind of definitely deserve a mention. Regarding managers, you've got to look at Morris, winning the league with Hollington. Big shout out to Morris. Lloydie from LSU, again, ever present for LSU. Of course, Nana for me is like my manager. But yeah, again, I've got to mention those two managers. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be doing a few more things off season. I'm going to I will be getting the likes of Nana in to actually talk about the season, possibly a few of our signings, a few managers, a few people, again, outside of Vets football, but literally of a kind of Vets age as well. So again, thank you so much for coming in and actually listening. All right, guys, have an amazing Sunday. I will be back next week. Again, I've got Leon Mann coming in, talking about everything football, everything to do with his businesses, people who he's met within football, and literally kind of giving some very sound advice to people out there. Thank you so much, and I'll see everyone next week.